Hello my gorgeous Aries, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful Aries, and it's for June 2019. This month will be a very important month for you in particular. This month will be your turning point indeed. This month will be the month when you're gonna remember a lot about this month, because this most certainly is going to be the new beginning, and most certainly this is going to be the new starting point when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries, and when it comes to June 2019. This month it is all going to be about the new beginning. This month it is all going to be about your own reflection, and also this month is going to be very significant because somebody is going to become a really important part of your life. There is going to be a very important connection that you are going to have this month, but also there is going to be a very important reconnection. So this is about connection, it's about reconnection, and it's about discovering yourself, and it's also about rediscovering yourself as well. I'm not saying that you needed to discover yourself, that you needed to rediscover yourself, but there is a lot that you're actually going to start realizing this month. As we are starting to go towards the second part of this year, now this is also a very special month. This is also a very sacred month indeed, because now the energies are slowly going to start getting risen. We are going to be able to feel this energy. We are going to be able to feel this power. We are going to be able to feel this new dimension, because the vibrations are going to be really, really wonderful and really powerful indeed. And every single one, of course, is going to be affected. But when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries, most certainly this is going to be the month when the things are going to start changing for you. It is very important and it is very significant for me to let you know this. So as long as you understand that this month there's so much going to be happening, it's unbelievable. When it comes to the actual number and numerology, you have got number 13. Number 13 is also trying to let you know that you are going to make a really important decision this month. And the decision that you are going to make is just going to be literally life-changing, very sharp, and it is going to be very quick. You will not be sure what to do, or you will not be sure what to say, and most certainly there is going to be the certain person that is going to play an important role in your life when it comes to having a certain advice, because there is a certain advice that you are going to get, that is going to be absolutely ever so significant here when it comes to you making a certain decision. But the advice that you are going to get is going to be from somebody who you really look up to, from somebody really smart, from somebody really significant, and from somebody really powerful in your life, somebody who you most certainly look up to, somebody who has a perfect work-life balance around them indeed. But what their advice is going to do, is just going to kind of confirm what the new stage is going to be, what the new stage is about to be revealed. This is so significant because this is all about you, all about your success, all about your security, all about your power, but it's also thinking about the future, and it's thinking about what you're going to do in the future and how things are actually going to develop in your future. Because this particular month, as I said, we are approaching the second part of this 2019 year, and as I said, the energies are going to be risen, and it's going to be very significant, and the vibrations are going to be very powerful that are going to reflect on us. And that's why we are just going to find ourselves in a situation where we're going to kind of have so much more motivation and power that we would normally feel, and this is how this is going to reflect on us. And that's why I'm saying that this is just so important, because you're going to work really wonderfully and really beautifully with this beautiful and powerful energy flow that is just going to start now in June, and it is just going to work out towards its way out, towards the end of this year. As we are getting closer to the end of this year 2019, the energies are going to be more powerful and more powerful and more powerful, but they're very significant and very sharp now, and on you they're going to reflect in the best possible way. So therefore, it is just going to be basically all about you kind of dealing with a certain new stage of your life that is just about to be revealed. But this is absolutely brilliant because the certain issue and the certain problem, it's also going to come to an end. Massive problem that was preventing you from reaching your full potential. This is very deep. This is very personal indeed. So the problem is coming to an end, not completely, but most certainly there is a conclusion that you are going to have, and that conclusion that you are going to have is just going to be so good. You're going to realize there's going to be something. There is going to need to be the certain sacrifice that you are going to need to make. But that certain sacrifice is going to make sense like there is no tomorrow. If you think about that now, like a way before June, then you would be like, oh God, now nothing would make sense whatsoever. By the time we get hold of those wonderful energies, and by the time we get to that particular powerful dimension of June, then things are going to change. And the way you're going to think and the way you're going to perceive and the way you're going to feel things is going to change as well. And this is absolutely brilliant because most certainly it is going to bring you a beautiful energy this month. And that energy in itself is just going to have an absolutely fantastic reflection on you. Okay, what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual health, you see, this is going to be a good month when it comes to the actual health, because I can see that your energy levels are going to be improving and your energy levels are going to be quite good actually. But I would really strictly suggest you to get spirulina. Spirulina is something that I think that energetically you will benefit from, like really brilliantly, really beautifully. Spirulina is a sea vegetable, so it's full of vitamins and minerals and beautiful ingredients that are absolutely fantastic when it comes to our energy levels, when it comes to our health in general, and when it comes to our immune system. So basically, because I would like you to top up on your energy levels a little bit this month, and spirulina is going to be absolutely brilliant. So this is something that I highly suggest and something that I think is going to be really good for you when it comes to your energy levels. And when it comes to your digestion also, these are going to be two slightly sensitive areas. I said that your energy is going to be really good, but I'm saying that your energy levels are going to start improving this month like there is no tomorrow. But in order to make them so much better, in order to work with this flow, in order to work with this wonderful energy, just try to get spirulina tablets or spirulina powder. As long as it's organic would be fantastic, and as long as it's a natural, without any rubbish ingredients, without any chemicals and things like that. I highly suggest you to take this and to get this and take it throughout the actual June 2019, and to take it every time when you feel a little bit low, every time when you feel a little bit down, and every time when you need a little bit of energy. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, please check with your doctor or your GP, because only your doctor or only your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. But it's something I highly recommend. Now, basically going on the first date that I think that it's going to be very important for you, it's actually going to be on the 3rd of June. Now, the 3rd of June is going to be really important because this is all about your own realization. This is all about your own personal situation and about you realizing exactly how far you have come and how far you still need to go in order to get where you need to get, in order to go where you need to go, in order to manifest what you want to manifest. This is important time because it is going to be most certainly a realization that is just all about successful dealings, and it's all about money, it's all about like a financial situation, and it's all about your particular efforts that are nearly due. The results of your particular efforts are going to be nearly due, and that's really important because the last 7 months are going to be highly connected to this particular day, and you will see exactly what I mean. Also, on another hand, what else I would like to say, it is going to be very important for you on this particular day, on the 3rd of June, to try to make the certain reorganization. You are going to need to kind of edit certain things. You're going to need to edit certain management, and you're going to need management, and you're going to also need to edit certain reorganization. You're going to need to pay attention to what needs changes, what needs edit, and things like that. The actual energy of change, the energy of adding something in, or the energy of taking something out, it's actually going to bring another energy, and that in itself is just going to start raising new vibrations. And this is exactly what you're going to need to do, and this is exactly what you're going to need to make sure and pay attention to do actually by the end of the day on the 3rd of June. Just focus, focus, focus. Okay? And also there is the whole beautiful kind of how do you say, there is a beautiful person that is going to play an important, my brain is gone, there's an important person that is going to play a really wonderful role, a fantastic influence. Sorry, that was the word I was looking for, that I just escaped a little bit. It's the wonderful influence that you are going to have from someone, an influence, somebody is going to impress you so much, somebody very powerful, somebody very significant, somebody who's very active, and somebody who's very determined in their life, and somebody who's very determined with the things that they do in their life, and they have always been really wise. They have always been making the right decisions. They have always been focusing on the right decisions. It's somebody very smart and clever with the right perfect life balance, and with a very strong 3rd psychic eye, which means there's somebody who's just equally as wise as successful, and this is the right person that is going to have absolutely beautiful influence and beautiful impact on you. There is an idea that you're going to have through this person, so just watch this space. Another date that I was going to say to you is actually going to be on the 13th of June. Now the 13th of June is an important day because it's just gonna be the actual time of a very significant change, and the change that is just gonna be very significant is going to come and happen from the certain arguments or certain disagreement with someone. You recently had a certain disagreement with somebody, or it is just going to happen right before this time, because this is on the 13th of June, so you may have like the whole 13th day if it didn't happen before. It all depends, but it's most certainly going to be the energy of you having a certain argument that already happened with somebody, and that in itself is just going to become a very strong focus point here, because this is, you're going to feel very drawn to that particular situation. The reason why is because that it's going to kind of push you towards the certain direction that you wouldn't normally be pushed, but also most importantly that it's going to become the new starting point for you, and that new starting point is just going to lead towards your own personal change, and that is exactly what you need, because that in itself is just going to be the beautiful starting point of a beautiful little adventure in your life. It is almost like your own confirmation, and this is just going to be so significant because you will know that it's time to move on. You will know that it's time to move on. You've tried as many times as you could try. You've focused your energy, as much as you could have focused your energy. You were thinking about it. You were trying, but now your karma came to an end, and now it's time to move on. So this is the change that I'm talking about. This is the change that is going to affect you, and this is the change that is going to become very significant for you indeed. I would highly suggest you to get something like, you see, like a tiger's eye crystal. Tiger's eye pendant is like a must, especially when we feel like a little tiny bit vulnerable, and especially when we go through the certain like changes, and especially when we are going through, when we are thinking a lot, when we are focusing a lot, when we are focusing on our career, focusing on our finances and emotion and everything else. Sometimes it can take from us quite a lot. So the tiger's eye crystal, it's really good because it's going to help you like to attract a certain energy, especially when it comes to career, money, and especially when it comes to you feeling certain grounding, you to be grounded, stay grounded, without being affected by anything. It protects you against all sorts of negative energy, evil eye, but it also attracts your finances, and it helps you to make the right decisions. I highly suggest you to take a tiger's eye crystal. You see pendant, this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And I suggest you to wear a tiger's eye pendant throughout June and even July as well. Just to say and to mention that by buying this pendant, you're also helping my channel as well. Okay, so it's just something that I highly recommend. So the third important date that I would like you to pay attention to is actually going to be on the 29th of June. 29th of June, you're just going to kind of basically become the part of the situation where somebody is going to feel like a little bit sad, a little bit negative, and that person is going to need a little bit of your help. Now, this is really interesting because you're going to realize how somebody's just been suffering for a little while, and how you maybe didn't realize this, but most certainly this is going to be a very important karmic situation for you, because you are going to give an advice to somebody else, and that advice that you're going to give to somebody else is just going to bounce back at you such a beautifully, in the most beautiful karmic and spiritual way, because you are going to realize something yourself, like really important. So by giving advice to somebody else, this is such a beautiful and powerful karma mirror reaction that you are going to have on the 29th of June, that this is going to be literally life-changing. So by you giving advice to somebody else, you're actually going to realize some kind of advice for yourself as well, and that advice is going to be absolutely brilliant, and it will have so much to do with you, with your life, with your practicality, with your ability, with what you like to do next and things like that, what you focus on. And it's also connected to the certain part of your life, some while ago when you were just going through the certain change, and you just kind of didn't know what to do then and there. You just knew that one step at a time things are going to start changing. So most certainly this is the time of change, and most certainly this is the time when things are going to start to change. Okay, and it's June, and it all makes sense now, because as I said, now we are slowly working our way up towards the end of this year. So that's why there is a lot that is going to be happening from our previous karma, from our previous things that we have been dealing with, that we with an unfinished business and things like that. It's very important because, of course, this is all connected. But the bottom line is that you are going to get a really wonderful advice. Okay, so now basically going on the first part of June 2019, it is just so good. It is so powerful. It is so significant. This is the month, this is the time you will receive your blessings. Right at the beginning of June 2019, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel like you have your eyes wide open. You're going to feel very attractive. You're going to feel very, very radiant. You're going to feel your own blessings. This is when I'm saying that you're going to feel your own blessings, because you're going to be grounded in such a wonderful way, and you will really want to release and get rid of all those things in your life that just slowly came to an end. That is just going to become the main focus at the beginning of June 2019. What do you need to do? Which changes you need to do? What you need to focus on? Now you are going to have a sharp, clear picture, sharp, clear focus, and most certainly that in itself is just going to give you a fantastic reason for celebration, because there is an amazing news that you are going to have in the first week of June 2019. That news that you are going to have is just going to be so good for you, because it's all about you, it's all about your happiness, and it's all about your personal it's all about your personal passion. You see, your passion is going to become very significant, and most certainly there is something very important that you are going to rediscover about yourself, about your energy, and about your synergy as well. The whole new beautiful energy is about to come in. Also, there is a big change that you're going to have at home. When it comes to your immediate environment, when it comes to your home, there is a big change that you are going to have, big change that you will want to do, what you will want to make. But in order to do this big change, in order to make the necessary changes, you will know that first of all you will need to do the one step at a time. This is an important time for apprenticeships, and also it's a really ridiculously important time to keep your mind on the task at hand. All you need to remember in the first part of June, in the first week of June, is keep your mind at task at hand. This is so important, because very soon you will get your own rewards, and very soon you will have your own time to rest. Okay, there is a certain opportunity that you had some time ago. Something was offered to you, and that is going to come back to you in such a way when you're going to think about it. Oh no, that was a little bit of a lost opportunity. That is so good, because at the same time, at that very moment, your subconscious mind is already going to start creating something new, already going to start creating something better, and that in in itself is just going to give you the whole new vision, the whole new perseverance and visions that you're actually going to have by the end of the first week. And that is just going to be so good. That is going to be amazing. Your immediate friends are going to reconnect with you, and there is going to be the time for the celebration, and this is going to be amazing because the problem is coming to an end, and also a conclusion, fantastic conclusion. You will have a reason to actually celebrate. So this is when you will feel like you want to have a really important reconnection with the significant people in your life. The second part of June 2019, it is all about your adventure. There is a certain adventure that you will want to take. You will feel like a little bit mischievous. You will feel like a little bit naughty. You will feel like you want to explore a little bit. And that's exactly what you need to do. Just go with this beautiful flow. Beautiful kind of choice of people is going to be around you. Lots of people with a good energy. Lots of people with a nice vibration. And I can see you meeting lots of people and socializing. And inherent money, it's going to become very significant here. So if you have got somebody in your family that you know that it's going to leave your inheritance, then that's fine. But if you don't, then I can tell you that there is a certain inheritance that you are going to have. But also on another hand, if you haven't got any family or anybody to leave an inheritance, then this means that there is going to be the certain money that is going to come through, that is going to surprise you, you're going to become aware of, and other people are also going to be the part of. So it's also going to be like some kind of money that is going to surprise you, that is going to be quite good. And that in itself is just going to lead towards something ending. There is a very important ending that I'm seeing here. Something is going to come to an end in the mid-June, but this is just so powerful and so significant because it's very emotional, and it's very much so to do with your emotions, your life, your love life, people in your life. Something is going to come to an end, but it's going to feel really good. I'm not saying if you are in a happy relationship with somebody, like, and things like that, then I'm not saying like, oh yeah, it's going to come to an end. No, but if you're really unhappy, then this is going to be a good ending, but something is going to come to an end. Perhaps you're single, you have been single for a really long time, and then that is going to come to an end. Perhaps you didn't want to have anybody, and that is going to come to an end. However, this is going to resolve in you kind of starting to be around certain person who's going to be like make you feel very vavavoomish and that there is some kind of like a very important person, very, very, very important person that is just going to manifest at exactly the same time when you realize that there is a certain ending. And that moment, subconsciously, you're just going to start allowing new opportunity to come through, new opportunity to come forward. Watch this space. On another hand, when it comes to somebody, synchronicity with somebody, when it comes to somebody in particular who you wanted to like kind of sort things out, there is a big wish that it's going to come through, come forward, and it's to do with somebody and you having a certain synchronicity. Perhaps you lost a certain synchronicity with somebody who means to you a lot. Maybe this is somebody at work, maybe this is somebody who is with a career person, where you work, maybe somebody in your family, it all depends. However, wonderful synchronicity, it's coming back, and that in itself is just going to be absolutely brilliant, and the whole new option is going to become available here for you by the time we get to the last part of June 2019. And there is a fantastic advice that you are going to get from some kind of spiritual teacher, spiritual leader. It is going to be either directly, either you're going to hear it, either you're going to remember that somebody said something to you, and then you're going to realize it is going to be so much so connected to your situation at the end of June, because you're going to kind of like you will try to make a really important decision at the end of June, really important decision at the end of June, and the decision that you're going to make is going to be good, and you will know that it's just very generous outcome that you are going to have, and at the same time this is going to bring you really wonderful balance, and at the same time it is going to make you feel very, very strong, and it is just going to start building you very powerful, very powerful, very powerful indeed, because as the days go by, you will realize that you made the right decision, you just made the right choice. It's absolutely brilliant, because you will know know that this is the right decision, the right choice, because you're going to start feeling very, very free indeed. Especially when it comes to the certain situation in your life that was making you feel more like enslaved and then tricked into something that, and then you just had to kind of just get on with everything else around you, and until you get to the certain point. And once you get to the certain point, you just end up with so many choices. It's just all about the moderation, which is just going to become very much so the part of your life, like at the end of June 2019, where it's all going to be about practicality and security, and you are going to find yourself in a really, really good place indeed. There is going to be like kind of like a nostalgic time that you're going to feel at the end of June, and you will want to reconnect with one particular person in particular, who you know for a really long time. And this is what the tricky situation is. You are going to start having like a certain reconnection in a certain way, and once you start this already thinking about it, already focusing on it, it means that somebody very important from your past is going to return into your life. Somebody very important from your past is going to say hello, and it's also going to kind of like try to get in touch with you, and that in itself is going to be so important. But also there is going to be a turning point that you are going to have, a huge wheel of fortune you are going to have, and that wheel of fortune, it's not going to be connected to that person that is going to return. It's not going to come from that, but it's going to stem from the fact when you start like focusing on like a childhood, focusing on a certain memories, focusing on a certain person. At the same time, you're going to find yourself as a part of the situation where there is your turning point going to happen at the same time, wheel of fortune, and that wheel of fortune is going to resolve in something very important that it's about to happen to you, and you're going to realize this, and this is going to be an amazing option, an amazing choice, and this is literally going to change your life. And you will see exactly what I mean. Another thing that I was going to say, it's an important month to do some smudging. You're going to be very spiritual. You're going to be part of these wonderful energies, and when you do the smudging, it's just going to be absolutely brilliant, because you're going to work with this wonderful flow. So as I always say, just like close all the windows in your home, and then burn this, have a little sauce underneath, and then you walk, because it can be quite messy. This is a dry sage, and it's very important, okay, to actually put like some kind of sauce underneath, and then you walk when it's burning, so it doesn't like mess everything up, you see. And then you go literally into every single room in the house, make sure it's all smudged and all smoked, and then at the end you just open the windows everywhere. As the smoke goes by, the negative energy goes away, the negative spirits go away, and then any negative stagnant energy that could have stayed in the home, it's just going to go away. So this is very important for you Aries to do smudging, and you can also get the smudge sticks like on my website, and by buying this you're also like supporting this channel, and the link is in the description below. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, now I'm just going to focus on those of you that are in relationship. What is June 2019 going to be like for those of you that are in relationship? Okay, this is an important time, and there is an important decision that you are going to make, both of you. This month is just going to completely have a huge impact on your relationship, and you know how it's going to happen. You're going to need to sort things out. You're going to need to kind of like, you see, this is why my saying, you're going to need to sort something out, you see. This is why my saying. So it's a very important month for those of you that are actually in relationships, because there is a certain problem that is going to arise, and that problem you're going to need to work on, and you're going to need to sort it out. This is the problem that was there before. This is something that was making you doubt things a little bit, not when it comes to necessarily to your partner, but you weren't just unsure, not necessarily about your own happiness in general, but you just wanted to make this sure. This is a very important time, because you also need to make sure that you understand to trust your instincts. Trust your instincts, because you're going to be ridiculously instinctive this month. And also you are going to have a hermit moment. You are going to have an important hermit moment this month. When I say hermit moment, this is a very strong connection with the spirit world, very strong connection with the spirituality, very strong connection with your spirit guides, very strong connection with with your angels. This can last only one night. This is so important time because you are going to end up with a very powerful message, and that powerful message is just going to be absolutely life-changing because it's going to help you. It's going to help to both of you, and it's going to help you with this problem, and it's going to help you to kind of deal with this issue, and the outcome is actually going to be really good, and the outcome is just going to be absolutely amazing. And if you didn't go through all these issues, if you didn't go through all these problems as a couple, you see the outcome wouldn't be so as amazing. But because this is a very important part of your journey, this is a very important part of your progress as a couple, the outcome is just going to make you, both of you, realize that you have done absolutely the right thing indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are single and ready to mingle. Okay, so okay, little Temperance wanted to come out. So those of you that are single, this is not going to last too long at all. This is the month of connection. This is the month of reconnection, and it's also going to be the month when you're going to kind of rediscover yourself. You're going to feel radiant, you're going to feel good, you're going to feel powerful, and you are going to be socializing like there is no tomorrow. There's lots of there are lots of flirting going on. There were lots of flirting been going on, but also you will realize, you will know that your life is about to change and that you're not going to be single for too long. That's what exactly you're going to feel. That's exactly what you're going to know. And this is going to be the month, when you're gonna find someone really, really special. And you will know this because there are going to be other people that you're going to be flirting with. There are going to be lots of people that you're going to meet, but there is somebody in particular that is just going to kind of blow your mind. You're going to feel strong connection, you're going to feel powerful connection, you're going to feel like you've never felt before, and you will want to explore your life. You will find yourself being a little bit confused because you're just going to find yourself being attracted not to the person that you normally wouldn't be attracted to, but you're also going to find yourself being attracted to things, to the certain lifestyle and things like that you never before have been attracted to. And this is all about this person being very special. This is all about this person being very powerful. This is all about this person being the right person for you. Just watch this space, my gorgeous Aries, because you are about to be swept off your feet. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, I'm so happy for you because this month is going to be absolutely incredibly important for you indeed. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, love and light. Mwah. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.